It's Jordan Peterson hour. Jordan Peterson describes women's hottest sexual fantasy.
I was reading this book called A Billion Wicked Thoughts that was written by a bunch of engineers at Google, and they were looking at billions of Google searches. And you know, there's no shortage of pornography on the internet, and there's much less by proportion than there was when the internet was first invented. And it's so interesting because it actually turned out that one of the things that drove the development of the internet and the technology was the proclivity of young men to search out sexually provocative images. That was what was at the forefront of the development of the nets.
No way, bro. You mean to tell me that the internet's for porn? What a brilliant revelation from the man, dude. He's just so fucking smart. I need to buy his book 11 times so I can give it to the 10 remaining friends I have who will probably also leave me, just like my girlfriend, after I started talking about how women have a tendency to destroy because they're the dragon of chaos.
Extraordinarily interesting. They were motivated to use it for that purpose, and that provided the platform from which it emerged. Amazing. Anyways, the Google engineers looked at pornographic search processes and then segregated male.
This B-roll is so good. A Jordan Peterson fan made this and he thought like this is a fire B-roll for, you know, a Google engineer looking up porn.
Pornographic search processes and then segregated male searches from female searches. And what
male
they found
searches? Male? Bro, learn how to fucking type, dog, before you... Oh my God. My man said male searches, bro. Like, you know, like the U.S. Postal Service.
Male searched out images.
It's not porn.
No one considers that, you know, particularly interesting, but the females searched out literary representations of pornography. It was written. And so I can give you an example of that. If you know about Harlequin romances, does everybody still know about those? Anybody not know about those? Okay, well, they're mass market romances and of a very stereotypical type. And the original ones were pretty harmless in terms of no violence and no real sexual content. That was 40 years ago, and they've differentiated tremendously, and now there's hardcore Harlequin romances. So they did a plot analysis of the typical pornographic female fantasy. Well, and it's so comical because engineers did this, and social scientists would never do this because they'd be probably too concerned about the ethics of it or some damn thing. But engineers, you know,
Engineers, unethical, which is a good thing. When I am conducting any kind of sociological research, I fucking hate ethics. I throw it to the side. I like when it's less ethical.
They'll just plow ahead with no concern whatsoever for such things, and they actually discover things that way. And so they discovered the basic plot of the female pornographic literary, and they identified. So basically what happened was that a innocent, well-meaning, and attractive young woman.
For the record, this is precisely like this video captures exactly why Jordan Peterson was so fucking successful. Because if you've never encountered the humanities or a woman, you're probably in the STEM field as a guy, as a dude. So the first guy that comes into your life, like in a fatherly figure, and like describes even like a touch of humanities to you, you're like, whoa, oh, this guy's brilliant, while also feeding into your ego about how as a STEM lord, you are incredibly intelligent and like way better than everybody else. Precisely the reason why Jordan Peterson got away with speaking on things that he absolutely knows nothing about. Just like take some fucking humanities courses, boys, okay? Please. Why are you roasting STEM lords? I grew up with one, the worst one, okay? He literally builds spaceships now.
Encounters a male who's a bit of a monster. And the monster, there's 5 types of classic male monster. For all you males who want to know, this is what you can become. Vampire, werewolf, billionaire, pirate, and surgeon. I was reading this, it was just cracking me up. I thought, oh my God, really? Pirate, vampire? Oh, that explains it. What about all these damn vampire shows, right? They're so popular.
Why does he act like this is like newfound knowledge? Like he makes it seem like he dusted off the tomes in a fucking, you know, catacomb that he went into, and he's like, and there we found the ancient scriptures. It's like, bro, everyone has known this since like the beginning of young adult novels, okay? The first time someone fucking wrote a young adult novel, we were like, oh, this is what, okay, people eat this shit up. This is what people want. Got it. Like, oh, wow, people are people get horned up for vampires. That's crazy.
They're online. They're so popular on Netflix. Oh yes, and then there's the werewolf. There's nothing sexier than a werewolf, apparently. But I mean, so there's predatory dominance that's implicit in that, right? With the billionaire, it's more abstract, but clearly that's an indication of very high success in the male dominance hierarchy. So, but there's this desire for aggression that's in that, a real aggression, right? And it's not surprising to me at all. It makes perfect sense. But the basic plot is that the woman is...
Wait, isn't it like half the time it's quite literally like Beauty and the Beast, which is exactly what Jordan Peterson loves, who he thinks is like the greatest art ever created, because like art has to be close to the things that we see in the real world that are just in my narrow interpretation of the male-female dynamic. Of course, he's just, maybe that's why he loves it, because it's like, it's always like a gnarly dude who is like a bit of a fuck up, and then he gets like saved by the woman. I'm confused by that. I mean, this is like, obviously these sorts of generalizations are fucking stupid, because like ultimately there are plenty of people that do not subscribe to this norm. But overall, if you were to just lose sight of that for a brief moment and look at it, like what he has stated is not exactly new. I would go so far as to say it's cliche. You know what I mean? Yeah, emotionally incompetent man gets nurtured, and like through the feminine love, they become like a good boyfriend, husband, guy, I think. It's like a bit of forbidden love that turns into like a beautiful relationship. You know what I mean?
Encounters this mysterious...
Yeah, I can fix him. Is the attitude. And
aggressive male and tames him. That's the female hero myth, as far as I can tell. It's Beauty and the Beast. And so it's because, well, there's no fun in taming someone who's already tame. And what makes you think you really want someone who's tame anyways? There's no interest in that. Plus, when chaos manifests itself, what makes you think that someone tame is going to be good for anything? And it's a real question. And so that aggression is absolutely vital. It's absolutely necessary. But because it's incredibly dangerous, which of course it is, it has to be civilized.
What the what does that even mean, bro? Incredibly dangerous? Does he think that vampires exist? Like, what's he trying to say right now? He's like, that chaos is incredibly dangerous because, you know, they suck your blood. These vampires, they come at night. They can't be around in the sun. Of course, some ancient literatures do state that vampires can be around in the sun, but when they are, their skin turns to diamond. These vampires, they're doing scary things.
And so what happens is that the archetypal female in these pornographic romances seduces and tames the aggressive male. And that's her encounter with chaos. Now it's more complicated. Of course, females, they're more complicated, and that's exactly how it is. And it's no wonder, because their lives are more complicated.
Wait, so what happened there? Like that's it? Oh, that sucks. There was nothing there, dude. I really wish there was something there. What the fuck? Dude, I love Jordan Peterson talking about women. I can listen to him all day talk about women.
Men are on average more aggressive than women, or they're more physically aggressive. Among children, for example, boys are more likely to kick, hit, bite, and steal. And that's not a bad operationalization of aggression, let's say. And then if you look within boys, a small proportion of the boys are that way at 2. It gets controlled. And most aggressive kids are socialized by the time they're 4. And if they're not, you can't socialize them after that. That's also very interesting and rather disheartening. But women, girls, however, they are more aggressive than males if you measure aggression differently. They use reputation destruction. Physical aggression doesn't translate to social.
What the fuck, bro? First of all, he's got to let the fucking Dragon of Chaos narrative stick, but that doesn't actually also work with, like, obviously men being destructive or engaging in like destructive behavior or whatever. So then he's like, well, women are destructive too. I promise. You don't understand. Women are also destructive. All right? They're just destructive in like a different way. You know, they're just destructive in social reputation wise. I've seen women throw hands, so that's a lie. I mean, yeah, women are for cancel culture. Fellas, cancel culture is womanly behavior.
Social media. But reputation destruction, that translates to social media unbelievably well. So maybe it's time to have a little chat about toxic femininity.
Oh, wow. He's turning it on the women, dude. Yeah, let's talk about toxic femininity. I love that. Any woman born after 1996 only know how to eat hot chip, be bisexual, lie, charge their phone, and cancel culture. That's true.
What's a snowflake?
A snowflake is a kid, a guy or a gal, mostly guys that melt under pressure. As opposed to what they tell me, you know, God, every snowflake is different, Mr. P. You know, there's not one snowflake that's the same as the other. The trillions and trillions and trillions.
Bro, my favorite type of fucking old guy is like, snowflakes, the next generation, the guys that, you know, fold under pressure. It's like, motherfucker, you literally have an aneurysm anytime someone's like, you know, I have different pronouns than what you expected. Like, society is collapsing. I will fucking die. But of course, absolutely fucking losing your shit, okay? Going ape mode when you hear they, them for gender pronouns is, of course, masculine energy, a masculine dominant energy. That's how you are supposed to operate. That's like you're a manly man in that situation. That's not you being a snowflake or whatever.
I said, yes, that's correct. That's correct. And he says, and so we deserve to be here just like, no, that's not correct. In your opinion, snowflakes melt under pressure. I gave you a couple stats. In 1986, the average man's handshake pressure was 118 pounds.
Shut the fuck up. I love this. This is the greatest video. This is the greatest video they've ever created on the internet. Oh my God. He's talking about handshake pressure, dude. What a fucking outdated, antiquated concept that absolutely shows zero, nothing, okay, nada. This video, much like many videos of Dan Pena on the internet, shows once again that, like, if you're over the age of 65, for you to have financial security, all you had to do was literally be white or white passing enough and be in the right room, okay? They were like, oh, you're a man. You're a white man. Good handshake. Come in, sir. You're hired. You're now the CEO. What the fuck, dude? Like, who? What is this? This is so irrelevant. It's so stupid.
30-year-old man, 118 pounds. 2016, 96 pounds. A woman, 1986, was 105 pounds. Today, 110 pounds. 110 pounds. Testosterone levels.
Wait, did men lose weight overall? Is that what he's saying? Wait, what happened? 30-year-old man?
18 pounds. 2016,
wait,
pressure
what?
was 118 pounds. 30-year-old man, 118 pounds.
Oh, they're talking about the fucking grip strength. Oh, Jesus. Yo, that is so weird, dude. But he said, like, women gained weight.
2016, 96 pounds. A woman, 1986, was 105 pounds. Today, 110 pounds. 110.
Oh, they're saying not the average weight of a woman, the fucking pressure. Bro, who is studying this? I need to know more about the scientists over at Handshake University who are studying fucking grip strength. Fellas, women got the gorilla grip with their hands, okay? We need to stop this. We need to take this back.
Pounds. Testosterone levels in sperm counts tested 50 years ago, and today they're producing 60 to 70% the amount of testosterone levels in sperm counts as they did.
Yeah, I wonder why, dude. First of all, I wonder why. Everybody always loves talking about T levels, right? Like, men used to have higher T levels. Men used to have higher T levels. What the f happened? It's not because they're like, we're forcibly feminizing society. It's because we eat dog shit. What the f we're eating, what we're drinking, like, it's just our diets that are gross. We live sedentary lifestyles and we eat like shit. And the same people that are putting the dog shit in our fucking food, the chemicals, the microplastics, yada yada, are the people at the tippy top that defend capitalism. You can't have it both ways, man. You need regulation.
Dying out.
Oh, pollution is another factor. Great one. I totally forgot about that.
The more snowflakes we have, the less the possibility of the Earth making it. 98% of all the people on the planet that are high performance are introverts.
Dude, I love this. Okay, This is exactly like when they invented Sigma male. This is just a way to know who your target audience is on the internet and marketing to them effectively. That's what that is. It's just complete pseudoscientific nonsense. It's the exact same energy as like the Sigma male bullshit where it's like all of those behaviors that would otherwise be considered like antisocial, that's actually poggers. That means you're better than an alpha male. All of you high performers, you're all introverts. Like, there's nothing wrong with being an introverted person, right? And you shouldn't feel bad about that if that's just who you are. It's pretty funny whenever someone does this, I'm like, okay, I know what's going on here. And you should too. You're not an introvert. You're just mentally deranged. I'm not going to watch that.
Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates have something in common. They're introverts just like you.
Yeah, that's the reason, dude. That's why they amassed billions, because they're introverts. Yeah.
Introverts meaning that you don't say what you really feel. Introverts is you don't act as if you really wanted to show the person that you...
So what, like introvert means you're not assertive in a social setting? Now he is describing a thing that like people see themselves as, and now he's just ascribing like other values that normally would not be associated with it. We're just saying like, yeah, you have social anxiety, but that's a good thing. It's fucking killer, dude.
Don't disagree with them. Introverts are...
How the f do we get to men are not, or people are snowflakes to like actually having social anxiety and not being assertive in a social setting is a good thing and you'll become a billionaire for it? How did he make that leap? Isn't it a masculine trait to f***ing like speak out and be assertive and be dominant? I thought that was what it was. I mean, none of that matters, by the way. And that's my point. My point is none of that fucking matters. Just be normal and be cool. None of this matters. And because none of this matters, they could just make shit up. They could just make shit up all day, every day, and you know, not really give you any productive information, but instead tell you that like, oh yeah, you should, you know, you should feel like the things that might be setting you back currently are actually just going to make you Bill Gates one day. But I can't be normal or cool because I'm an introvert. But hey, listen, that's fine. That's actually a good thing. It's a good quality. That's what that is. That's what's going on here. This dude's just like marketing to these people.
When your parents were telling you shit when you were growing up, you just put your head down and kept your mouth shut. And that's why you're introverted now as adults. I wasn't raised that way. My father said, if you've got something in your mind, it should come out of your lips. If you've got something in your mind, it should come out your mouth, Dan. And God knows, I took it to heart. And I've lived that way all my life. The point is that I had self-esteem. I didn't know till I got grown up and was an adult that
unless that's a complaint about society fucking you over, in which case you're a fucking snowflake and you should shut the fuck up. Okay? Yeah, he's like, and that's why I'm a racist and we should be able to say slurs. All of them. That's right. I mean it. All of them.
Everybody didn't have self-esteem. I didn't understand that. I didn't realize that everybody didn't have self-confidence. I didn't realize that everybody didn't have self-worth, because the kids that I hung with all were like I was, because their parents were like, gave them a good role model. The kids do not what you tell them to do. They do what they see you and their mother do. You know, I can make you CEO of these startups, but I can't make the people respect you. And that's why leadership's so important. And that's another part of the snowflakey syndrome is...
Oh, he brought it back to snowflakes. Wait.
What they see you and their mother do. You know, I can make you CEO of these startups, but I can't make the people respect you. And that's why leadership's so important. And that's another part of the snowflakey syndrome is they have little or no leadership skills. Of course, nobody teaches leadership.
How do I make sure I don't raise a couple snowflakes?
Yeah, that's right, dude. Yo, that's the main problem with schools and society nowadays is you're learning algebra when you should be learning how to be a CEO at your classroom, dude. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? They're teaching our kids CRT when they should be teaching them CEO, okay? How to make money. That's what they should be teaching.